I'm your host, July Summers Ellington, but you can call me July if you nasty. And welcome to July After Dark the YouTube show. Hey y'all. So I really just wanted to come on here and just briefly talk about something that maybe all of us, well not maybe, that all of us have experienced in life. And I just wanted to give just a little tips and pointers and of course a little story time about how to overcome a lot of the things that we all humans go through and this specific thing that we all go through. Mental health. I'm just going to start off by saying mental health. Listen, mental health for everyone is extremely important and it's not spoken about more than it should be. So let's talk about it. So, mental health. Mental health is a huge umbrella and so much falls under it. So you could be battling with mental health and be battling with depression, bipolar disorder, schizophrenia, a whole lot of bunch of things, okay? It's a whole bunch of things. It's a whole umbrella, like I said. But we're going to scratch the surface because a lot of people go through a lot of different things. And depression, bipolar disorder, manic behaviors, things like that really take a toll on people and really shape people's day as far as how things go for them. You know, when you wake up in the morning and you're not really in the best and positive mood, you know, sometimes it really can take a toll on your day. It really does set the tone for your day. So how do you go about finding time, right, to situate yourself, get yourself back to at least being comfortable in the skin you're in to go on with your day? Because anxiety and depression and manic behaviors and bipolar disorder, all of those things really shape you as a human being. And it really shapes your relationship with people around you. When you're so invested in someone who is dealing with a lot of mental issues, it will really take a toll on you, the relationship you have with them, and the relationship they have with you. You know, yes, this person has probably came to you and told you like, I deal with X, Y, and Z. And of course in the beginning, or of course you're wanting to be their knight in shining armor or their saving grace, but we also have to let people deal with their problems the best way they know how to deal with their problems. And as much as we want to help and put our best foot forward and, you know, just be there continuously for somebody who is going through these things, you have to let them be there for themselves, because you're not going to always be in their corner. And let's say they become codependent on you being there for them. With everything that they're going through, they will never know how to be there for themselves. So what do as a human being, as an individual who is dealing with this? And what do you do as a person who is standing by watching this? It's not easy for neither party involved. So what do you do? Once again, I'm going to speak from both sides briefly. Here's a little story time. About 5 years ago, I was in a relationship with a gentleman, and I'm going to call him my ace. My ace, at the time, we had a really good relationship. It didn't get up until about 3 years in when things started to get a little rocky between us, of course. You know, not everything is perfect. So after about 3 years, things started to get like a little rocky between us. And I had to, you know, come to terms with a lot of things. And I had to come to terms with things that I was doing in my life that was hindering our relationship and trying to figure out how we can get by this. So one thing about a woman's intuition, it ain't never gonna lie. I had a feeling he was cheating. I just didn't have proof. So as months go by, I find the proof that I need to find. I find all the evidence that I need to find. I find the girl that he was cheating on me with. All the evidence, all collected in one little binder in my mind. And I was ready to address it. I go to address the cheating and he flips it on me. Oh, well, you weren't there. I'm depressed. I'm upset. I'm sad. I got a lot going on and you just weren't there. And I had to take a moment and step back and look at the person who I'm supposed to be in a relationship with. Look them in the face and explain to them, you are absolutely right. I was not there. And it's kind of hard to really come to that realization to know, like, okay, the person you're with is dealing with so much and you're with this person all the time that you didn't even notice that they're deteriorating and breaking right in front of your eyes. So yeah, I had to be an adult and come to the conclusion and come to a term in my life, like, you're right, I was not there for you. And in all reality, the whole time I wasn't there for him, he wasn't there for me either, because he could barely be there for himself. So now we got two people in a relationship, upset, depressed, anxious, and neither one of us are there for each other. Neither one of us are helping each other through this. After some time, you start to wonder, why are you even here? Why am I even here? Because when you're in a relationship or friendship, whatever, it's a give and take type of situation. You're giving to take something. You're giving to get something back. And I'm not talking materialistic wise. I'm talking about mentally. Somebody could come and water your garden and have you flourishing and growing in a place where you didn't even know you can grow to, and vice versa. So now you're in this relationship, you're thinking back, you're seeing how your partner is miserable, is sad, you can't fix what they're going through, you're not even contributing in a better way. What do? The ideal situation is to want to stay and help them, but what if you really just cannot help them? This is where you're talking from a perspective of the outside. I see my man literally breaking down each and every day, but still getting up to go to work and handle his business. Yeah, it's hard. What do I do as a woman, as his friend, as his foundation, as his backbone, to help him relieve that? What do? Us women will never understand a lot of the battles Black men and men in general go through. And a lot of men will never understand the issues and the problem us Black women and women in general go through. So we both are on a little standstill in both our lives, trying to get each other together in this relationship. And not even in a relationship, maybe in a friendship too. It's a male and a female in a friendship, and the male is just going through something different than a female is going through. How do you help one another? How do you put yourself in a position where you're comfortable going through your issues? What do? Because the pressure comes in all different shapes and sizes. But the bottom line is, we're not happy. We're not content. We want something to change. And the change only comes from within. So as we're sitting here trying to fix our partner or trying to understand where they're coming from with their depression and anxiety and bipolar disorders, we're actually hurting them more by trying to figure it out or trying to figure something out that they can't figure out. it's all a vicious cycle. You watch your partner go through something, you can't help them, you're helpless, now you're depressed, trying to help your partner get through something. Now, what do you do for yourself? How do you help yourself with all of this? How do you put yourself first when it comes to this life? Because it doesn't go away overnight. As much as we wish it to go away overnight, it's not going to go away overnight. So what do you do? Leave your, your comments and suggestions and tips in the comment section. And I just want to know, what do you do when it comes to depression? What do you do when you feel so overwhelmed? Like, what are your key outlets? How do you go about these things and still feel like you're getting through these days? What do you do? And here on July After Dark, we're going to talk about it next week. And I'm going to bring back everybody's tips and comments and suggestions. And we're going to help each other out. Because we need each other. It's scientifically proven that humans need human interaction. So as much as we want to stay to ourselves and be alone and loners, we do need human and adult interactions. Come back and check me out on July After Dark, and also like, subscribe, and comment. And stay tuned with your girl at all times by clicking the link in my bio.